Before we jump into the video, you may have noticed a new small icon on the thumbnail of this video. You will start seeing these as they are to help communicate what type of video it will be. There are three main categories, being revival, which is a cardiogram, custom, which is a TIG torch, and restoration, which are spanners. Now let's get to the video. Recently, while picking up a Honda CBX parts bike, we discovered the owner also had this crusty 74 Suzuki TS400 Apache that had sat in the woods for many years and was left for dead. We had to have it, so we worked a deal and loaded up. Let's see if we can bring another one back to life. So this sweet thing right here is Seth's new baby. We're gonna wheel out this creature from the Black Lagoon. Now with any barn find, it's always a question as to whether the tires are going to air up. So Seth and I are betting lunch here. I'm saying that that one won't air up. It looks pretty damn crunchy right there. So I'm thinking the tube's gonna be punctured, but I'm thinking this one will. So let's see what it does.
The lunch is still in the air.
Oh, but it could go pop. How high are you willing to go?
That's plenty.
That's pretty, damn it, that's pretty good. I wouldn't push it. Stop.
I'm feeling lucky.
You're feeling spicy with that one. Water's coming out of the tire.
Do we have fluids? Well, that was not what I was expecting. Sight glass?
Probably no sight glass.
Oh, guess that's just a fill.
Well, you're not really going to have much in the crankcase because it's two-stroke, right?
Theoretically.
Because it's oil injected.
There should be something for the transmission though, right?
Dude, I am not the... Neither of us know shit about two-strokes. So, what's cool about this, it is not locked up. It feels like it has compression. Simple Mikuni carb. I put some force on the throttle. It did move the slide. The slide's not going to return. But, I mean, we actually have a ton of old Suzuki like dirt bike parts of this era. And so I might even have the right CDI for this thing. We probably have every engine gasket. We probably have fork seals, wheel bearings, who knows what else. Now the first order of business on this bike is to fix this damn front wheel, which will not spin. So instead of being on the struggle bus moving this thing around, we're gonna go ahead and just at least unseize it somehow. And that way it rolls a little bit easier. Everything.
Violence. Just like that. Things like that.
Actually, that's pretty good. Wow.
Let's give her a wipe down and call it good.
So what was the problem?
I don't know.
Huh. Well, Seth's gonna do the old brake clean, brake rebuild. That's what that can's for. So the shoes are fantastic and the pivots are very smooth. Turns out it was just wheel bearings. So we're gonna hop on the interwebs and see if we can interchange what we have. We probably have a wheel bearing for it, to be honest.
Yeah.
And then we probably do have a cable, even though it does move. It's not gonna last long.
Probably not.
Same thing for the clutch. I mean, that's just normal. So, let's see what we have.
Well, the goal now is to just go ahead and pull the seat, the tank, and get some eyes on this bore and see what we're working with. All right. Let's drop a bore scope in here and see what we're working with. I'm hoping to not see a ginormous hole, for starters, in the piston. Yeah, okay. Not bad. Not bad at all. Wow, okay. I really wasn't expecting that. Like, it rolls over really good, but the cylinder wall looks really, really clean. Like, there's a little scoring, but I don't see any reason at all why this thing won't run. That's great. I am super pumped. This thing will, I'll bet this thing will light right off.
Suspense is killing me on this airbox.
Well, let's alleviate the suspense, I guess.
That's cool. That's for the, was for the tank.
Used to be for the tank.
Shop vac.
Yeah. How about now? Oh,
That's just deteriorated filter.
filter.
I mean, there's an acorn or two, so like tiny bit, but
Could be worse.
could be worse.
It seems like they just stopped riding it, just parked it against the tree one day.
That's probably what happened.
It's totally usable.
After getting the airbox cleaned out, Seth turned his attention back to the front wheel, found some wheel bearings upstairs, got those things installed, and got the front wheel back on, so then the bike is mobile yet again.
Yep. Well, the game plan is, well, it exists because there's a little bit of debris that's in between the intake and the carburetor.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously we can't feed the vacuum really in there. So we had the big brain idea to pull the slide out, shoot some air into the throat of the carburetor. That way it'll shoot this way, and then we'll have the vacuum here to intercept it.
Intercept's a good word for that.
Yeah.
Now the throttle, it did start moving I mean, you have to put a lot of force on it. It's very crunchy. So hopefully the slide will just free up.
That would be nice. Long-winded. There we go. Ooh, it's coming. Hey. Wow, that's a big slide.
The needle looks good. Ew.
The slide itself looks pretty good, honestly. Like, the needle's not heavily varnished.
Yeah, it moved, which is good. Okay, now, admittedly, we're not two-stroke experts or even novices, so I want to make sure that the piston is actually blocking the intake port here. Ooh boy.
Yeah, it's kind of thick.
So you just imagine that you are the air going into the engine. No, you stay down. Oh, there's the piston right there. Piston goes up. There's that right there. Piston goes down. So that is on the, what I would consider maybe the exhaust stroke or intake stroke. I don't know. It's two-stroke. It doesn't even make sense. I have no idea. It's on one of the two strokes. The suck or the bang, I don't know.
You got a 50% chance of getting
I got a 50% chance. What I do know is the piston is now moving down. There's a few ridges in it right there, but you know what? It's two-stroke. So let's go for it. Let's just shove some air in there and then vacuum on the other side. And then we can reconfirm if we did good. So what we do is we put the compressed air in the carb, and then we have the vacuum on the intake side, so go ahead and turn yours on. Alright, well the slide is out. I've been shooting some cleaner in there, just trying to like break loose some of the dirt and stuff. Went ahead and pulled the drain screw off. And the, I don't know, it doesn't seem like it's blocked. Like I can shoot carb cleaner down the fuel inlet and some does come trickling out. So float might be stuck, it might not. It did not look promising with what was in the little container, but I did clean the actual slide up. This thing's looking really good. I mean, I didn't touch that needle. It's just clean. So we're gonna assemble this thing and I don't know, keep getting after it.
Currently on the agenda is the TS400. We are, well, let me just show you. So I was gonna hook the battery to it and see if there was any signs of life at all. So we'll just go ahead and do that now. And as you can see, there's a whole lot of nothing going on up there, which I thought, well, that's unfortunate, but let's see if it has spark anyway. Spark. I didn't think there was any shot of this having a spark at all, both because they were kind of known for having CDI issues, and I mean, look at the thing, it's crusty. But that's awesome.
All right, working on just kind of diagnosing the oil pump system. So we're not familiar with two strokes. We just want to make sure it's actually going to be passing oil out of there. So the way this should work, there's oil in this tank right here. It has a line flows down into the pump down there. And then the throttle opens this valve, and I guess that's your flow control. And then it pumps out of those two lines. So yeah, one at the lower end, one to the jug, I guess. So it should be driven off of a shaft within there. So I think we're just gonna crack these loose as I said, roll the bike over and just see if oil comes out. What?
Somehow, I don't know why, but ugh. At some point I got something in my mouth and it tastes horrible. It's like old oil and two-stroke.
I wonder where that could have came from.
Should we do an up to speed, like on what's been done?
Yeah, go ahead and give us a little rundown of where we're at.
Kind of been all over the place, but I think, as you saw, lubricated the cylinder, kicked it over a few times, and checked out the electrical system just to see if anything worked.
This is kind of your hot wire or something?
Yeah, technically you don't even need it because in the off position, it just connects the kill circuit and grounds it out. So it's, as long as it's not plugged in, it won't
that's
do
how
anything.
these CDI units work.
Yeah. So
Pretty simple.
Nothing worked electrically, but it has great spark. So
Kicks over, has spark. Adding some oil. What kind of oil you have?
got some Marine 2-stroke, and I'm sure a bajillion people are going to scream at us that this is not what we should use.
It's probably not what we should use.
Probably not, but
And
it's
I'm
what we
sure
got.
it's perfectly fine.
Looks like oil to me. Smells
Better
like
than
it.
no oil, right?
Yeah, it's lubrication, right? The rules of this are I dump it all over the place. There seems to be
You're
a
about
lot.
halfway up. That's probably good.
Okay.
Oh, here comes the seepage. Oh no.
Is it leaking?
Yep.
Sweet.
It's a slow leak, if that helps. My floor. There's never been a drop of oil in here ever.
That sucks.
I mean, what was that?
I don't know. It looks like where a sight glass should go. Oh,
That was totally like a drain or something.
I think you're right.
But just threaded in. Cool.
You know what? I'm not even mad. That's great.
We're two-stroke experts.
Yeah.
All right. Seth is going to kick the bike over. We're going to watch right here for oil to come out. Is this thing gonna like spark or anything?
There's no power or anything to it, so
Okay.
it's dead as a doorknob.
Roll it over gently. Should we pull a plug?
I was thinking that would be nice.
'Cause this thing has hella compression.
It
We need to
does.
do a compression test.
I would love to.
Or a compression test. We got that dual plug head. So whenever you foul one out, you just jump to the other plug.
2-stroke things.
Convenient. 2 strokes, 2 plugs. What are you gonna guess on numbers?
I'm gonna say 140.
I think you're right. I'm gonna say like 135, just cause like I'm gonna kind of $1 you, Bob.
Yeah.
Closest without going over.
Okay.
But judging by how much the bike has to move, like, seems like it's healthy.
Yeah. Compression time.
Compression time.
Ugh.
Crunchy.
Contact.
Oh, damn. Damn.
Did I nail it?
Give me a little bit so it goes up to 135. Oh, I nailed it.
Yeah,
That's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that was like a solid 150. Your face is red already. That was like 6 kicks.
That was a lot of work. That's the wrong color anyway.
We got a little bit coming out
Okay.
of the top one. The bottom one, hard to tell. After many kicks, we still weren't seeing any oil out of the lines, so we pulled the pump to do a full disassembly to make sure there wasn't something simple wrong with it. But in the process of removing it, we noticed that the feed line fitting was actually broken. Well, Seth is trying to rebuild the oil pump, and a fitting that feeds into the pump broke, and so we needed a really weird banjo. We don't do two-stroke stuff, but parts hoard. Okay. This guy had a lot of two-stroke stuff in the past, so first little tray I grabbed, working through it, and sure enough, what do you got there?
The exact fitting we need.
Like, dead nuts, the exact fitting. So yeah, that is pretty incredible. The exact part we needed. That is awesome. So that saves some time.
Praise Keanu.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, in the absence of new parts, you make your own. So, took these crusty old oil lines and removed them and just reused the old fittings and some, I think, fuel line. Hopefully it's resistant to oil enough that it won't degrade too much. But this should do nicely for now.
Draining the crankcase. And we'll refill it, and per my friend Mike's instructions, we have been told to leave these undone and just start the bike on premix, and it will eventually bleed itself. We can't seem to get it to bleed with an air bleeder or on a drill, so apparently we just need more RPM and whatnot. So he said start it and go full throttle, right?
Full throttle.
Rev limiter, just send it. He did not actually say that, just so you know. All right, let's see if this thing will run. But we're definitely gonna bring it outside because it's gonna be a little disgusting. All right, go for it.
Haven't even touched the carburetor. No. We ready to do something?
Ready. Oh my gosh.
Lit right off.
2 kicks.
And a mess.
Okay, yesterday it had a little bit of a, we call it a runaway situation. We shut it down before it got out of control, but we're gonna check for air leaks using some WD-40 per the recommendation of a friend of mine. And yeah, hopefully we'll also get prime from the oil lines.
That would be nice.
I also put a bolt where the drain is on the exhaust.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Haven't done that in a while.
That wasn't funny at all.
No, of course not. Why don't you go ahead and take it, Mr. Giggles?
All right. That'll get you. Good distance on the baffle.
It rejected the baffle.
We need that. Huh. Here you go.
Thanks. Wow.
The throttle cable was extended. We hope that was it. Oh, I thought you disconnected
The ignition, yeah, that one's still in circuit.
Oh, I didn't know that. Why am I pulling the plug off?
I was wondering why you're doing
I'm
that.
sitting here shocking myself, and this. It's all those times I kick-started the bike in one kick after he did it like 100 times.
A little salty about it, okay?
Now that we have this old Apache running, it's time to make it ride and do some braps around the parking lot. We found a suitable clutch cable in the parts hoard, Seth ordered some sprockets and a chain, and we addressed the leaking fuel tank. What do you got going on over here?
Mess.
It looks a lot less religious than it did before.
It was quite holy.
Yeah.
I counted 20 holes. I think that by definition makes it Swiss cheese.
Okay. So it started out, he thought there was just one, had a tiny little, it was just, I guess, moist back there,
Moist.
And then, yeah, he just took the wire wheel to it and uncovered, I guess, another 20 or 21 of them. But yeah, some tank weld, and I think you're going to be good to go. Otherwise, this thing is actually really clean on the inside. He's taken the Works toilet bowl cleaner.
Gave it the works.
Yeah.
It works. It worked.
Mm-hmm. It would be fun to do that Comet wash on this thing and see if it brought back any of the color.
I really want to try that.
Yeah.
I feel like it might come around a little bit.
It would be cool.
Hang on. As for the tank, got all the holes plugged up. I do have a new petcock because I just do not think this one is going to seal very well once we put fuel to it. So I will get that swapped out, and then we will have a usable fuel cell.
All right, the TS is together. The original tank is back on the bike. There's a fuel line connected and just enough fuel in here to maybe go across the parking lot. But the mission right now is to fire it up and see if we can get that clutch free. We've been kind of working at it with some screwdrivers and stuff, and I've got a few of the plates unseized, but the ones that are unreachable I haven't been able to get. So goal is to fire it up, throw the front end against the wall, and drop it into gear. Or just drop it into gear here and just see if it clicks.
That's kind of what I was gonna do.
Yeah.
Hopefully not die doing it. Nope.
I could try to push you. So it's locked into first gear. He can't stop. So hopefully with like accelerating and slowing down, accelerating, slowing down, that might crack it loose too. Just holding the clutch. Whoops. All right, so we got some more fuel in this thing and he's just riding around, holding the clutch, trying to get it to pop free. Okay, well this thing, the clutch is unstuck. You're at least riding around the building. Yeah. It's dying occasionally, and to be fair, we have not even removed the carb off this thing or taken the bowl off. So that's pretty impressive. Yeah. That thing's just got straight fuel to the carb that's untouched. I mean, you guys saw we vacuumed the crap out of it. So yeah.
It wasn't.
But he has a rebuild kit ready to go for it, but yeah, we had to at least try this.
Oh yeah.
Done did it.
Yeah. The clutch is like, now that's getting all the plates unstuck, we're gonna have to readjust it because now I don't have hardly any clutch.
Well, that's true. Well, yeah, you don't have as much rust taking up that distance, you know.
Yeah.
So, very cool. You were gonna have some fun with this thing.
Oh yeah, I can't wait.
The Mosquitonator.
This thing is too cool, dude.
2 strokes, man.
2 strokes, dude. That's where it's at.
Well, look at this thing. I would say that is a highly successful first start, if you ask me.
I mean, yeah, like 2 kicks and it runs.
2 kicks. We didn't even do prime kicks or anything like that. And then, was this the only time that we weren't like how many kicks it was going to take?
I think so. Maybe that's the secret.
So we just don't call it out and then they start. So, yeah. So what do you think your plans are with this bike right now?
I don't know. I'll probably just start going through it bit by bit, making it a little nicer and less of a death trap.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of sketch right now.
Yeah. I think it's always got to be a little sketch though.
Yeah.
So this bike was really unintentional. It just was kind of also there with the CBX and we're like, well, how much is that? And yeah, had to have it, one of those things. So yeah, another bike revived. Pretty happy with this one. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. This one was a lot of fun and pretty easy, all things considered. So we're gonna end it off here and I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.